Hey, what's up, y'all? Alex here in Pickering, Ontario, which is the suburban city east of Toronto. And I am also once again in Durham region. 6 days ago, I was in Oshawa, which is a 15-minute train ride from here. But now I am back here, but in Pickering, which is, again, much closer to Toronto than Oshawa, obviously. And yeah, we're here at the intersection of Liverpool Road and Pickering Parkway here in Pickering. There's Highway 401. And up there is Highway 2, Kingston Road. And here comes a DRT bus, Durham Region Transit, on the 121. It's weird because these routes don't even have friggin' names for them. But anyway, thought I would make the reluctant trip back to Durham. The only reason why is because to visit the Hudson's Bay store at the Pickering City Center Mall. So I was just hanging around there. I made a video, filmed the elevators, a vintage Otis. And I'll just make a little walking video here along Pickering Parkway. Now, I have filmed a few walking videos in Pickering over the past 3 years. I know last year I walked around here, then up to like the Pickering City Hall and Kingston Road. But we're gonna walk the entirety of Pickering Parkway, or at least most of it anyway, to, let's say, Brock Road. And here comes the 917, a Nova Bus LFS. And it's a hybrid bus. I took one of their boring garden variety of their diesel LFSs on the 920. I took it from Scarborough Center Station. And that over there is Pickering GO Station. You can see a commuter train over there. I was actually going to come to Pickering right after Oshawa, but since I was very far from home, and yes, I am so far from home, right here in Pickering, I decided to screw that and hop on the train, head back to Toronto. Because I would have just overstayed my welcome in Durham if I just took the 900, which would be another long-ass bus ride here. So I was like, forget it. Looks like that train's heading east. And look, there's the 916. And like I said, I don't often come out to Durham region just because their suburbs are awful. I don't like their urban planning. It's not even walkable. In fact, much of the suburbs are not just boring, but they're just full of these suburban, wide lane, ugly ass roads, which I am not a fan of at all, even though I am used to walking around suburbia. But at least we're not walking any of these friggin' major streets, like Brock Road, which I did before, Kingston Road. And there's Highway 401. Yes, I have walked here before. Once again, it feels like summer. And here's the 900 itself. Got some bus action going by for all you foamers out there. Today's Thursday, May 15th, 2025. It's just around 3 p.m., so it's rush hour. 21 degrees Celsius, feels like summer. I'm okay with that. The weather's just perfect. And there is the longest enclosed pedestrian bridge in the world, according to the Guinness World Records. It was built in, I think, the late 2010s. I've walked through that bridge a couple times. As you can see, it goes over the highway and connects the mall here to the GO station. I would have just took the GO bus here from Yorkdale, but that's like $7. So I decided to take a long way, take the 996 to Scarborough Center, and then the 920. And then to get back to Toronto, I'm gonna hop on the 900, and I'll go home from there. This will drop me off at UTSC, Centennial College. I'll just, that's what I'm gonna do. Yes, I'll have to pay a fare, but at least it's cheaper than having to take freaking GO Transit, which I've been doing a lot. Because as you guys know, I'm working on a tribute video where I visit every Hudson's Bay department store like this one in the Greater Toronto area. and I am almost done. This is my second last location I visited. I gotta visit the Yorkdale one next, which is near me actually. So it's gonna be a breeze. My head is like freaking hurting for a little bit, but hopefully the coffee will help. Oh, here comes another train, this time heading to Oshawa. The Lakeshore line is very frequent, at times at least, every 30 minutes, although it should be 15. 30 is not that bad though, but still. But yep, I was on that train, heading west on Friday after my trip to Oshawa. There's Pickering City Hall. So I remember walking up there back to Highway 2 so I could film some elevators in the area. We're gonna keep heading east towards Brock Road. Actually, let me just put this down here. It's kind of dripping on my legs. This thing is slippery though. It's very slippery. All right. And this weekend is the long weekend, Victoria Day. The unofficial start to summer. And it does, obviously, it really does feel like summer right now. You know, I'm wearing the shorts and shit. I gotta start having more ice cream though. Now we have a new flyer. The Novas are so bad, at least the newer ones. But the one I wrote him at 920, it wasn't horrible, just basic, it's mid. Looks like that train's ready to depart. It looks like they're gonna build a master plan community here. Freaking condos, but right next to the GO station, so I think that's justifiable, but still. And there it goes. Here is Glenana Road. And again, there's the City Hall. Here comes an office building. Last time I checked, there's a Schindler elevator. Maybe I'll try and film that. I don't know. Hey, you guys got some GO train action here. Eventually, I don't know when, but they're going to extend it to Bowmanville, which is just short of where my cousins live in Newcastle. We're gonna move on from last night's horrifying Leafs loss in Game 5. I made a walking video on St. Clair Avenue right after the game, ranting about them and shit, but tomorrow's our last chance. They win, come back home for a Game 7. If not, you're screwed. And tomorrow could be Mitch Marner and John Tavares' last game as a Maple Leaf respectively. And they're both from the Toronto area. So who knows? And yet I thought Marner was going to be freaking traded last year in the offseason, but it's probably going to happen this year if they can't get shit done. That was just terrible last night. I went downtown at Rendezvous. I'll tell you what. Let me pause the video here, see if I can film the elevators. I'll be right back.
A few moments later.
All right, I did it. Not a bad elevator inside. You're gonna see it pretty soon. Look at the nice trees here. Maybe they're, well, to me they look like cherry blossom trees, but unless they're like something else, but whatever it is, it's really freaking cool. And now it's 3:08. So I got 20 minutes to catch the 900 from Brock and Highway 2. Unfortunately though, the DRT buses are very infrequent. That's why I cannot stand them at all. They barely can run any buses. And the 900, it's a busy route. It goes through all the municipalities from Scarborough to Oshawa. But their frequency sucks ass, so we gotta move along here. Now we're entering some sort of residential community here. But again, I checked on the Google Maps, it goes to Brock Road. So I'll have no problem with that. Again, it's a pretty nice day, to say the least. I still got editing to do. I got home after making the walking video along St. Clair Avenue. I showered and I put on the Oilers game. Former relief Kasperi Kapanen scored the overtime goal to win the series for the Oilers. Headed back to the Western Conference Final for the third time in 4 seasons. So that's crazy. I think the Oilers are going to win it all again after coming up very short last year in Game 7 of the Cup Finals. But as for the Leafs, their season could be over tomorrow. But I don't care if it's Winnipeg or Edmonton. A Canadian team has to win the Cup this year. Again, my hands are full because I got this in my left hand. Parkway storage. I live around here. It's a short walking distance to Pickering Station and of course the shopping mall, which is Pickering City Center. I've only been there 3 times. It's not a bad mall. Now we're entering some sort of hydro corridor here. Oh look, sidewalk's closed. Gotta cross the other side now. So that didn't really last too long. All right. Looks like it's a park here. Maybe there's a soccer field or something. Oh, there's Brock Road going over the highway. But we are gonna head north for a little bit. And then we'll get there. This may seem a little boring to you. I mean, after all, we are in the friggin' suburbs. We'll be at Brock pretty soon. And then I'm gonna take a break from going outside city limits unless I'm going to Square One, because Square One's easy for me to get. But you know, I covered a lot of ground over my past 3 years of making walking videos and transit videos. I see it all. And the more I leave the city, the more I'm paying for other transits. Especially when I have to take the GO bus or a train. Of course, I am so far from home. Not as far as like on Friday when I was in Oshawa. Excuse me, I gotta respond to this message here. Alright, I mean, I just walked a few steps, but this area is kind of boring anyway. You get spared only like 10 seconds, but we're gonna be at the end though. In all fairness, I do prefer Pickering all over the other municipalities, or sorry, the other towns and cities here in Durham region. Although Oshawa was interesting, it's not the best place in the world. Pickering seems to be more, I think Pickering seems to be more fair to me. Oshawa, when I go back, very far. If I'm with my cousins, but you know, it's good to it's good to visit somewhere, you know, you haven't been before or haven't been in a while. But Pickering's close, it's very close to Toronto, it's just next door. So I could easily go out here. But in all fairness, if I'm going to Oshawa again, it'll take me a very long time. Unless I took the GO bus from Finch or Yonge and Sheppard, which is what I did. This is Village East Park. Now we're walking north. And then after I end the video, I'll have to walk an extra few minutes to get back up to Kingston Road. And then I'll hop on the 900, which will take me back to Scarborough. I'll be at a different location, which is fine by me. And then I'll have to take the 905 to Kennedy and then across. I'm not going to deal with taking the 996 again because of the traffic and then the fucking speed zones between Yorkdale and Lawrence West. So I'm going to complete a circuit. Or else I could just go to Kennedy, take line 5, of course. The most direct way to get home. School bus was just dropping off some kids. That's the reason for the traffic here. School's dismissed. This is Draper Court. By the way, guys, you can comment down below if you've ever lived here, you know, a family member or a friend, maybe lived here a long time ago. Love to hear your stories. Let's see. Thank you. No squirrels. Although I did see some while I was on my 996. Even if I wanted to continue into Ajax or Whitby, I'm saying no to that. Chances are I get home very late last resort. I would just take the Go bus or train. We're not gonna talk about that anymore. There's a bus stop here, but I haven't seen any buses. Unless there's like a peak route that doesn't often run during the off-peak hours. Oh, we have a plaza here. A coin laundry and convenience store. I think we're nearing the end here. And yep, although Pickering Parkway does continue for I don't know how much longer. Not very long according to Google Maps, but oh yeah, look, there's another plaza there. Look, there's a Walmart and a Mickey D's. But we're not gonna do that because I gotta catch my bus. Because I do not want to be stranded here in Durham region. Well, I won't be, but having to wait an extra 35 minutes, it's a no-no for me. Especially in places that I'm not very familiar with, like Pickering. I do want to check out its waterfront one day. Frenchman's Bay, it's called. There's a Canadian Tire here. Okay, so I've actually done a walking video through here before. That was 3 years ago on Brock Road. Now I gotta walk up to Kingston Road. I think at this point, since I've been a little productive, I'm gonna make the long trek home. Gotta pay another fare, but you got no choice. All right, guys, so that's it for this one. As we're now at Pickering Parkway and Brock Road. And there's Kingston Road up ahead as I hear a dog barking in from the car. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Oh, it almost slipped here. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. As always, stay tuned for more videos. Check out my others as well, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Take care, sayonara, au revoir. Keep your stick on the ice, and if you want to become a channel member, check the About page on my YouTube channel. It'll be really, really appreciated. I don't really have enough members like several other channels. Or if not, you can also leave me a super thanks or a PayPal donation. Your choice, up to you. It doesn't matter the amount, really appreciated. You're always welcome to do that today. Again, thank you very much. Anyway, take care, adios. Peace out, bye-bye.